I am on the way out to a cold of about 35 degrees, and this is going to be a short video about the sneakers I got, or the shoes, both for the cold season as well as for the summer. The one you see here is the one I'm wearing when it's really cold. And this is the actual website of the wool shoes that I'm wearing in winter. I bought mine in the summer for something like $100, $105, and look, it went up to $145. They have a number of colors. These shoes are incredibly warm. They do not protect against moisture or rain, so these are for dry weather only. But that's the only time you would want to be out there biking or kicking the scooter anyway. And they are so warm, and they are tall but not too tall, so you can still pedal. And that's an important aspect of it. They are just up to about ankle level. And Allbirds is famous for their natural materials, canvas, wool, whatever. I think that the soles are still made of plastic. They might be recycled, I'm not sure. I tried some of their sports sneakers. They are definitely a no-go. Very poorly designed, weak. As I try to brake on the rear wheel of my scooter, the bottom comes apart. So I don't recommend that. If you buy anything from them, it should be the warm winter shoes with the high top. This one. For winter, I have already purchased the one I already recommend from my favorite sneaker shop, Geox. Unfortunately, Geox does not care about the environment or about animals. I really don't like to recommend leather products, especially at this price point, because this has to come from some abusive environment somewhere in a poor country. Animals are skinned alive or whatever. But in this case, it was just so cheap and so attractive, I had to have it. And this one has already arrived. I'll show you what it looks like on my feet when the warm weather comes, and that's going to be a while from now. Now the sole is really interesting. I think this technology comes out of the Gore-Tex of the 80s and 90s, when they tried to make fabrics that would be tight enough to not allow moisture to come in, but there would be these teeny tiny microscopic holes that would permit air to circulate, except that it never worked. I bought so many bike jackets and bike gloves and things that were made out of Gore-Tex, but this Gore-Tex thing just let the moisture in, maybe a little bit slower than regular fabric, but still it did not work. In this case, I have had maybe half a dozen of sneakers with this technology, and it totally works. You can step into a pool of water, and the moisture is not going to come through from the bottom, which is pretty insane. And some of their sneakers are really attractive. This is a stylish set, something I can wear not just for riding, but even casually into an office. It's really nice. And they have a ton of deals. I mean, you want to get your stuff for the summer now. You get the shorts now, you get the sneakers now, because once the summer comes, it is really going to be $190. Just like the other one, the wool thing that I bought for $105 or $110, now it's up to $145. So this is definitely the time to get stuff for the next season. As far as Geox, other Geox things like winter boots, I think they are okay. I had a pair. I had something like this, not in this ugly brown, but I had something like this. It's okay. It's not as good as Timberland, but it is pretty good, pretty sturdy. But I think the star of the show on the Geox platform is the sneakers. Sneakers that have that technology in the sole. It takes different shapes. So even this one is this breathable technology. It has holes on it, and yet the water does not come through. And look at the price. All of this stuff is down in the basement, so now is the time to get. Okay, this is all I wanted to say. I'm going to put links below so you can go and check things out, and I'll be back with the next video, hopefully over the weekend.